Dear children, in this video I will discuss about the poetic devices used in the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. There are a number of poetic devices used here in this poem. The first is use of metaphors in the poem, and the examples are: number 1, gusty waves. This expression indicates the privileged children who are compared to gusty waves, and these children are always energetic, exuberant, and forward moving. So, gusty waves represent the children, those who are energetic, forward moving, and exuberant. Future is painted with a fog. The hazy, unclear future of the slum children has been compared with the dimness of fog. The way the fog makes everything unclear, the future of these children is also hazy and unclear. Sealed in with a lead sky. Here the sky has been compared to lead. It is grey colored sky. It is called lead sky. Stars of words. It is a metaphorical expression for the light of knowledge and wisdom. The light of knowledge and wisdom has been compared to stars. From fog to endless night. The dark lives of the children, the intense darkness in the lives of the children has been compared to the darkness of the night. Weak skin, where skins peeped through by bones. Children are wearing skins instead of clothes. So metaphorically, it conveys the weak and thin bodies of the children, malnourished bodies of the children. Let their tongues run naked into books. Tongues running naked into books metaphorically conveys the freedom of expression. Whose language is the sun? The power of the language has been compared to the power of the sun. Power of education, power of language has been compared to the power and strength of the sun, which brings light just like sun. Then the use of similes in this poem. Number 1, like rootless weeds. Torn hair, rough dry hair of the children have been compared to the lifeless weeds, rootless weeds. Like bottle bits on stones, these children's lives appear to be shattered as broken bits of scattered glass smashed on stones. Thirdly, the windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. The dark lives of the children have been compared to the darkness of the graves, the way dead bodies lie inside the catacombs or graves in darkness. Their lives also remain shut in the darkness in that slum area. Then there is a very extensive use of imagery made by the poet. There are so many, I think imagery has been used in each and every line of the poem. You can take out or pick up images from all the words and phrases in each line. One example is given here: weighed down. The tall girl was sitting in the class with weighed down head. That means she is burdened with the weight of poverty and hopelessness. You can well imagine that picture in your mind. Then the picture of rootless weeds, those scattered hair on the faces of the children, that is also visible when we go through this expression. Many more imagery or examples of imagery have been used in the poem that you can pick up from the poem yourself. Next device used here is pun. Pun means any word or phrase having two meanings. One is literal, another is deeper meaning or figurative meaning. First is the word reciting. Its literal meaning is the boy is reciting the lesson, but the deeper meaning is he is more prominently reciting his father's disease, that is, repeating his father's disease of twisted bones and deformity which has been passed down through generations. Next expression is sour cream. Literal meaning is the neglected walls have turned dirty yellow. Uninteresting, unpleasant walls. Deeper meaning is a dismal and sad place where all dreams would turn sour, where no dreams of the children can be realized. Third, lead sky. Literal meaning is sky polluted with industrial fumes, which has made it turn grey. Figurative meaning is a sky that does not open opportunities but weighs down heavily, blocking all escape from the slums. There are certain symbols also used in the poem. Squill's game. It symbolizes fun, outdoor fun to escape the dull classroom. Then civilized dome, riding all cities. This expression symbolizes cities that show civilizational progress and marvelous architecture. Personification can also be seen over here, where the domes are riding all the cities. Dome shaped buildings are riding all the cities. This is personification. Open handed map, a map drawn arbitrarily by the people in power and the privileged. Map with slums as big as Doom, the grim reality of the lives of the slum children has been brought forward by this symbol of map. Fog. Fog is the symbol which runs throughout the poem right from the beginning to end. It symbolizes the bleak, unclear, hazy lives and future of these slum children. This is all about the poetic devices used in this poem. Thank you.